Dear ones, today I'd like to talk very briefly about how to sit for meditation. The way we sit is extremely important because the body is either a great help or a great hindrance in the meditation process. So how we sit either helps our meditation by aligning the spine and the vertebra and all the muscles and bones in the body, or else it causes us discomfort in the long run, which doesn't help. So Yogananda taught that it's perfectly acceptable to sit on a chair. In fact, it's even preferable to sit on a chair properly than to sit another way improperly. So I'm demonstrating the proper posture. You can see my palms are upward at the juncture of the thighs and the abdomen. My legs are parallel to the floor, and those who are significantly taller than I am would perhaps need something to sit on, another extra cushion to raise them up higher. Those who are shorter may need a cushion under their feet in order to make this possible. It's better if you have to err on the sitting up higher side, because having the legs tilted a little bit forward allows the circulation to flow more easily and the energy to flow more easily. My back is away from the back of the chair. That may not be visible on the camera, and you can scooch a little bit forward in the chair if it helps to make that more so. Chin parallel to the floor. Having the palms upward like this at the juncture of the thighs and the abdomen helps to open the chest and kind of relax the shoulders, keeps the spinal energy upright and straight. Chin should be parallel to the floor. The gaze of the eyes, the gaze of the closed eyes, should be just a little above the horizon. So if you take your thumb and go just a little above level and look at your thumb, then close your eyes and keep your eyes in that position. That's about where your eyes should be. And this posture enables the energy to rise. You will notice that I have a blanket. This is a wool blanket, which is very helpful to insulate the body from the electrical ground current of the earth itself, which is tending to draw us, or energetically draw us downward. So that it goes under the feet, up on the chair, and up over the back of the chair to provide that insulation. This is very subtle stuff. The blanket, if you can't meditate with a blanket under you in some situation, it's still better to meditate than not meditate. But having the blanket in your daily place of meditation is a help. Now there are a couple other ways to sit, and I'm going to ask Nirmala to come and demonstrate one of them on the couch. This is the firm pose for those who are flexible enough to do it. And I will scooch the chair out of the way and come. And this is sitting on the knees. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And again, the same principles apply. You can see that her hands are upward on the juncture of the thighs and the abdomen. Chin is parallel to the floor. Shoulders comfortably back. Chest open. Subtlety here is that you can, if you are able to, put your right toe over your left toe. There are some variations to this, okay, that's good, that I will demonstrate if you are unable to do the full firm pose, which I cannot do. You can sit on a cushion. You can also put a cushion under your ankles, which helps to ease pressure on the ankles and feet if that's uncomfortable for you. So that's another little tip for this posture. Another little subtlety that I personally found helpful, because I used to sit this way often, I used a kneeling bench, which I don't have here to demonstrate with, but meditation benches are very common and very nice, very comfortable and helpful. I found that my hands would slide down my legs, and after a while it took effort to kind of hold them there. So I used to wear blue jeans with belt loops, and I would hook my two little fingers inside the belt loop so that my hands would stay positioned right here. Anyway, that was one other little way of keeping the hands positioned. The last way, which I'll demonstrate and which I personally really like and find helpful, is to sit cross-legged. We want both knees to be touching. You'll notice that I sat on a cushion here. And again, all the same principles apply. We want to put the palms upward at the juncture of the thighs and the abdomen, chin parallel to the floor. We want to be comfortable. It's entirely permissible to sit cross-legged in a simple cross-legged position if that's more comfortable. This posture is called Siddhasana, the perfect pose. The lotus pose works also if your knees can handle that. We want to be comfortable enough and stable enough to completely relax and release the body. But we don't want to release the body in such a way that the body is in a precarious position. So we want to be, because when we're meditating deeply, body consciousness goes away. We pull the energy way out of the body to the point that we're deeper in meditation than we would be in a deep sleep, except that we're profoundly aware in that state, not unconscious or subconscious like we would be in sleep. So we want to be able to dump the body, as Yogananda colorfully described it. I always think of a sack of potatoes or sack of coal getting dumped. Dump the body and yet have the body remain upright and stable so it doesn't fall over, you don't get injured, that sort of thing. So that's why we want this stable position. And we want the energy to be able to flow freely in the spine. If we slouch, if we slump, then the energy sort of gets crimped. Kind of, if you think of a garden hose, the way the water flows freely when the hose is wide open and the valve is wide open, the faucet is wide open, compared to you crimp that hose and that flow very suddenly goes down to a trickle and nothing at all. So similarly, if we crimp the hose of the spine by slumping or leaning back, then the energy doesn't flow nearly as well in the spine. These are simple little tips, but they make an enormous difference to the practice of meditation. Namaste.